Daywalker cards here, guys. Today we are taking a look at the deck I have been testing all day for Red Hulk. I did luckily pull that Red Hulk with one key, but I will say every game I have been praying to RNGesus to help me out and help me win these games. My final record with the deck before making this video is 16-2. So I have 16 wins, 2 losses, or 2 retreats, I guess. Well, actually, one was a loss. I should have retreated, and I didn't. We hit the location that discards, and it discarded my Hela, and I should have retreated. But anyway, you can check out this deck. It's pretty strong. It's done great for me so far today. We're going to go through the deck now. So first things first, you can see we do have Black Knight in the deck. After you discard a card, add the Ebony Blade to your hand with that card's power. Black Knight has been really good, and from playing the deck, I learned to maybe not Black Knight turn 1. I don't really use Black Knight in discard decks often because I feel like discard just hates me as a deck. But shout outs to Frosty, if you're watching this. He recommended to stop playing the Black Knight turn 1, and honestly, it's probably the right move unless you already have like the Zabu and everything in hand to set it up. Otherwise, you might just get the Black Knight being a 4/9 instead of stronger. So we have, of course, our Blade here. Discard the rightmost card in your hand. Makes sense. Zabu to shrink down our 4s. And then Lady Sif, discard the highest cost card of your hand. This is where sometimes we had to pray to RNGesus because we did not hit death, right? So the card itself, pretty good. But again, if you have Hela in your hand with those other 6s, becomes very risky. Dracula makes sense. We have a lot of big guys in the deck. Jubilee to, of course, grab those big guys, or if Hela is last card in deck, you can turn 6 Jubilee to grab it. Black Cat is just a free discard 4/9, so it's just a free card that goes away so you can bring it back with Hela. And if you don't hit any discard, but you draw the Black Cat with Black Knight, you can, of course, get that free 4/9 off of that. And if you have Zabu, it becomes a 3/9, which is pretty strong. And of course, we have our Hela here to bring everything back. Resurrect all cards you discarded to random locations. Again, we pray to RNGesus when that happens. But for our big guys, we are on Red Hulk. Card has been absolutely amazing so far in the deck. Still using the Giganto, the 6/14. Can't ignore that 14 power. Infinite still the biggest card in the game for Dracula and etc. to discard. So Infinite has to stay in the deck. Oh, and I accidentally removed him as I said those exact words. All right. And then Death for our 8 to try and hit that with Lady Sif. It is also a 12. So with Black Knight and that, you can get a 4/12 out of it. Let's just throw Infinite back into the deck, guys. Little accidental click here. So the deck was very strong today. I'm going to attach replays after this video. I did, full disclosure, get this deck from Facebook. Okay, so full disclosure, someone used this deck last night after the season started to hit Infinite. Okay, so he took this deck from 73 to Infinite in a few hours. So the deck is proven to be quite strong. I've taken it from 73 to like 78, and I played a bit of Conquest as well and dominated in all of that. The deck just puts out crazy power. And because of the way it kind of plays down the power, you avoid Shang-Chi sometimes. Not all of the times, but sometimes you're able to avoid the Shang-Chi. And it's just pretty insane. So after testing the Red Hulk, the newest, biggest, dumb 6 drop in the game, so to speak, I definitely think it's a good card. I was very happy to get it off of one key. And I recommend trying to get the Red Hulk if you can. I can see it sticking around, especially if you're a Hela player. You need that Red Hulk. If you love the Dracula Hela decks, I've not tested any other Red Hulk yet, unfortunately. I only tested one other deck today, and let's go ahead and show that one. To have our What's Cooking Wednesday have multiple decks for it. But for the actual gameplay, I didn't record any gameplay for this. So I have tried the Zemo Patriot. So this one focuses more on putting down other cards, dropping Mockingbird, and then instead of using the Gladiator. I will say the first game that I used this deck, I went up against the Baron Zemo Gladiator Mill, and I ended up just dominating him throughout the game, and it worked out really great for me. So is this stronger than that build? Not entirely sure, but in the matchup between themselves, I did come out on top. So for this deck, we are on one Yondu to destroy their lowest cost card because we want Baron Zemo to hit better stuff. Dazzler because you will fill up every zone. I think there was maybe one game where I had like 3-4-4 instead of 4-4-4 in all three lanes. Forge because we are on Mr. Sinister and Brood and Absorbing Man, so the Forge is there for that reason. Patriot to boost up all of those clones, give them +2 power. The Baron Zemo to steal your opponent's card, and again, if we can get some cards gone out of the way first, this becomes very strong. Baron Zemo is particularly strong in Conquest, where you know your opponent's deck, so you know better when to drop it because you know it's already on the table. So I can see Baron Zemo decks doing really well in Conquest, and then of course the Absorbing Man, Iron Lad, because we want to, we want to hit our cards. If we Iron Lad a Brood, we get some huge copies. Vision because we want to move things around and manipulate the board. Mockingbird, as said, because we have all our tokens and even more tokens with the Doom that would allow you to put down 5/7/7 power for the final turn if you already have Patriot. I don't want to get into this deck too much, but because it is the new season, I did want to show off two different decks using the different cards. And I know everybody is on that Gladiator stuff, so I wanted to show an alternate way to build the Baron Zemo without using the Gladiator. And I think this is a good way to do it. Go for Patriot Zemo. Is this build perfect? I don't know. Maybe you can make some changes to it. But those are the two decks that I tested today. This one, lesser so. I just played a couple of Conquest early on before jumping into the Hulk deck and trying out the Red Hulk because I really just wanted to get that Red Hulk in. So this deck is really strong. I can see this deck getting me into the 90s very easily. Will it get me to infinity? I don't know. I don't know if I can handle all the praying to RNGesus that I have to do to make it to infinity with this deck. But it's very strong, and I definitely recommend it to everyone out there. If you have the keys to get the Red Hulk, if you have the Helas, go ahead, try this deck out. See if it works for you. Shout out to that guy on Facebook. It was his real name, and I'm not going to say his real name. I don't know his in-game name or if he has a YouTube or whatever. He was just bragging about how he got to infinite really fast. It is what it is. So shout outs to everybody who came out to my stream today. If you watch me over on Bilibili, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching, guys. Now we are going to cut into some replays from the stream so you can see the deck in action. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, like, follow, subscribe. Check me out tomorrow for Thanos Thursday. Even more Marvel Snap. Even more Marvel Snap coming. Stay tuned, guys, for the matches.